Best Picture nominees, The Substance. I have heard a lot of praise for this movie. I was kind of excited for this movie, and I am very surprised and very disappointed by how not into it I was. I was really not into this one. Granted, a lot of what I had heard about it was like, ooh, it's this fun, gross, fucked up body horror movie, and gross, fucked up body horror movie that the Academy approves of just doesn't sound right. And man, this fucking movie has like no subtlety, no hint of subtlety to this movie. Obviously, that's not a problem for me. Obviously, I'm not someone who cares about subtlety, but my god, they just beat you over the head with it over and over and over again. This movie is entirely too long. This should have been way, way closer to 90 minutes because it goes on forever. There are spoilers I want to talk about with this. I'll save that for my Movies of 2024 video. But just know, there's like 5 different scenes in this movie that feel like they're supposed to be the big dramatic final scene of the movie, and then it just keeps going. It's got 5 big like Twilight Zone moments, and it never stops. And what's more, like, all the really fun, gory stuff isn't until, like, the very end of the movie. Well past the point that my patience has worn out. I'm like, alright, cool, I like your creature effects. You should have given this to me an hour ago. Christ on a bike, this movie is too long. It's a really stylish movie. I like the way it looks. I like the performances. Demi Moore does really good. I forget who's playing, like, the younger girl, but she's pretty good, too. Dennis Quaid is, like, hamming it the fuck up, but I loved him. He was the highlight of this movie. A plus to Dennis Quaid. Really understood the assignment. There's a lot of, like, technical stuff with Sue that they just don't explain. Like, I feel like this lie would be a lot bigger. This would be a much harder lie to keep up than the movie is portraying it as. And, like, to some extent, I don't really care. You can absolutely glaze over that if the rest of the film is interesting, but I was honestly kind of bored by a lot of it, and so I'm just sitting there thinking, like, she doesn't have a social security number. She doesn't even have a last name. There's no evidence that this girl existed. Like, how are they pulling this off? If this movie had come out in the 80s, it would be 10 times more interesting, and the Academy would not even look its direction. I get what it's going for. I don't know that I even fully agree with the message on this one. That's probably best saved for later. Good style, good performances. I just wasn't into it. I wasn't into this one.